Now we get to make your grand entrance.
Welcome to the house. Welcome. I was just opening the door for you. See. This is an African peanut soup.
African peanut soup. I've never had African peanut soup.
Now this is one of those things you eat that makes you go, wow, like crazy good. So, and super easy. See what I did there? It's a soup. It's a soup. So you'll just need a big, you'll just need a big pan. And what you're going to want to do is just put in the bottom of the pan, you know, a tablespoon or two of extra virgin olive oil.
That one you picked out, by the way, that's a great olive oil.
I love that one.
Can you substitute avocado oil, or does it have to be?
You can, but you're going to saute garlic in it. So avocado oil has a lower heat, you know, smoke point than, so just be careful with that. And also when you're going to cook with avocado oil, you kind of lose the flavor.
Okay.
That is true. Avocado oil, like sesame oil, is kind of best fresh sometimes, but
okay, I'm going to tell you this. Try walnut oil.
Oh, walnut would be good.
Walnut oil would be amazing in this because it has the nut base, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an entire head. Ooh. Yes, the entire head of garlic.
I'm into it.
Rough chopped. You don't have to mince this thing, man. You just rough chop that head and throw it in there.
You know, you should do a bang or a bam.
Bam!
Bam!
Okay, and then we're just gonna saute that down on the stove a little.
Pardon me.
So I'm just gonna run through the ingredients with you.
That's a good idea.
Who wants to open a can? You wanna open that?
Kim will be our designated can.
Kim's our designated can opener. I wanted to show you guys how I slice a pepper jar. So we'll grab. Hold on, we're losing all of our tools. You got it? Okay. So I'm going to show you how I cut a bell pepper because, you know, it seems pretty straightforward, but I'm surprised how many people have said before that peppers they find very challenging. Hello, camera. I'm being told that this is the camera I should be looking at. Okay, so here's how we do this when I do it. There's two different ways. I'm going to show you both. So if I just want to get like a dice like this is what I'm after. I'm going to just cut this thing right down the middle after I've washed it. And I'm just going to use the claw. Seriously. And you just go in and pull. Ta-da!
Really? That's it?
And that's it. And then I'm just going to rip out these little pieces like this.
I see.
See how that's ready. Boom.
Well, your method is different than mine. I like it though.
Good. And then well, it's just nice to learn different methods. So then that's going to let me get this going like this.
And get a good dice.
Yep. And then I'm just going to be able to get the dice as fine or as large as I need it.
Second thing.
So I just tore that thing apart in what was that? Probably 40 seconds really.
The claw was your friend.
If I wasn't, yes.
And the reason you take these little, again, they're like pips, because you know what, they're really not. I mean, they're not going to kill you, but they're not the
They're
greatest.
not the texture you're after.
As Elton Brown would say, it's not good eats, okay? You're good.
Right.
Had to get my Elton Brown reference somewhere.
So this recipe calls for 2 red bell peppers. So I tore one down and I'm just tearing the second one down here so you guys could see what I was doing. The other way to do it, well, Alex, do you want to show another way, the way you do it?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay, I hope you do it the way I was going to show them the other way.
Okay,
I'm assuming it's more restaurant style, less conservatory.
Well, there's just so many ways to do it. So if I want it to be prettier slices, this is only if you really want pretty slices.
Oh, yeah. That's
It's definitely more restaurant style.
I go up at the top, and I like to go around the edge here. And then I take a little bit off. This is really good if you want to stuff peppers. I'll start with that.
Ooh.
And then I go in with a knife, and you can go around the same way you edged it before. Instead of the claw is great, but this way you're going to get a lot of the pepper out. And then you can loosen it and kind of get that out. And then I clean it out this way. So you're going to stuff it. This is great. Otherwise, and then I cut off the end if I want to do it that way. And then I get more even slices. I don't have to worry about those ends, but then I go ahead and do the same thing. So this can be nice for a veggie tray if you want more even sticks.
You need to pick up some dip.
And you get more of those really pretty sticks. But frankly, if you're just going to chop it, the claw method is just fine. Any way you get there, this pepper is going to taste great.
Yeah.
Okay. And then with the tops, I just dice them like anything else. Okay, I think we're going over to the stove.
Okay, so let's come over here to the stove. So we've got that garlic, that whole head of garlic. Come in here so they can see. We've got that whole head of garlic all nice and, oh, if they could smell this.
It's a wow factor.
It's definitely amazing. Like,
You know, when someone walks into your kitchen, you're like, wow, that smells amazing. You're like, I just threw some olive oil and garlic together.
I'm gonna put a pinch of salt in there too, just to get that going. And then we're gonna add these 2 bell peppers.
I'm ready for you. All right. Fucking ready.
So we're just gonna toss all these guys in here. Whoop, there they go. And then I like my stuff spicy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna add 2 sliced jalapenos.
And you know what? We just sliced them
Right across.
really
And
thinly this way.
we're keeping the seeds in there because we like the spice, but
But you can take them out.
or you can just leave jalapenos out entirely. You really don't need the jalapenos in here. Okay, and then what I have here is a nifty little thing called farro. Not like in Egypt. A farro like the grain. Okay. Now you can also use brown rice, but I'm going to use farro, and I'm going to use about half a cup. So really that's about it. And I want to add that while I'm sauteing all this stuff. I'm going to take over. You got it? Just so that I want it to absorb that garlic oil as it's kind of heating up. And then we're going to add our liquids.
Okay, I'm ready for you. What are we starting with?
So what we're going to start with is, let's start with those tomatoes. We got the petite.
Pardon me.
We got our petite, a whole huge can.
This is a 28-ounce can of petite dice.
All right, we're going to toss that in there. So we got our tomatoes and our peppers and our jalapenos and our farro and garlic in here. Now we're going to add about half of that container. So
Okay, so this is a 48-ounce container, so we're adding about 24 ounces.
Yeah,
Okay.
about 24 ounces. This is vegetable broth. Now, if you aren't serving vegetarians, you could feel free to do chicken broth if you wish.
You could do rotisserie chicken in this too if you
You
really
could,
want.
but the reason to do this with vegetable stock, that's probably good, is because then whether you have a vegetarian over or not, everyone can eat it.
That's right.
So if you think about it that way, you can always have a side of chicken or a side of the meat that people can add to their soup.
Correct.
And that is a really great way to serve. If you're not sure someone's coming to dinner who might be vegetarian or not, you can always keep the meat aside, get it ready to go, and add it as a topping.
Really great way to do it.
And then the soup's going to reheat it, keep it all warm and all that. Okay, so now we have that. Now we add the really surprising, fun, and unusual ingredient.
Bam.
And this really makes the dish. This is crunchy peanut butter.
And you said sugar in is okay.
This is sugar is good. Yep. So this is 2 cups of crunchy peanut butter. You got it?
Yep, I like that.
All right. Oh, yes. And that's going to just melt right into this and give it a very rich, delicious, delicious flavor. Oh my God. Peanut and everything is good. I love peanuts.
Peanut butter is used in a lot of Thai and Indian dishes to thicken it. So if you have had a lot of curry, it generally has peanut butter in it.
Now that farro that's in there, that grain is going to cook just like rice, and it's going to puff up and fill up with the liquids. And
How long does it usually take for that to cook through?
this is going to be about a 30-minute stew. 30 minutes.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, because really it's vegetables. Again, that's the other thing about vegetarian cooking. It's very fast. There's not much to cook. It's vegetables, right? Right, Marco? That's my dog, Marco.
Are we getting on the spices now?
Yeah, so let's get the spices out. So this has chili and salt.
Okay, we're gonna start with the salt.
Yep, this is pink Himalayan salt.
And that looked like about 2 teaspoons to me.
Yep, that's
about
about
a tablespoon.
Yep, that's about a tablespoon.
What do we got
And then
here?
this is chili and pepper,
Chili and pepper, chili powder.
chili powder and pepper. And you can see as she dumped that, most of it was underneath.
Oh, that's chili powder. And then we got red pepper
And then
flakes.
this is red pepper flakes because again, I like heat in mine.
Ooh, we got jalapenos and red pepper flakes.
Yes. So
Really
there's
different flavors. too.
different. The flavor profiles of those are going to marry really, really well.
They
in
are.
there. So now you can kind of see how this is really going to. You can see the creaminess that peanut butter is bringing in.
Really nice.
And the garlic is going to permeate.
I can smell the
that.
spice already. I like that.
Yeah, so we're just gonna let that cook. Now, as the peppers cook and all those vegetables, they always release the juices that are in them.
While we're starting with less stock.
Yes, that's why we're starting with less stuff.
If we need to, we can add more later.
Exactly. So we're just gonna leave that. I'm gonna reduce the heat to simmer down a little bit. And
While
then
we finish our dessert.
we're gonna finish the dessert. And then the other thing I wanna do at the very end is we're gonna add The last about 10 minutes, I want to add some whole cashews. Now, that's not part of the recipe, but I love a savory cooked cashew in my soup. It's phenomenal. So we're going to add that. Well, and this probably could go a little bit longer, but let's just have you taste the flavor profile will be there. Yeah. The peppers would get a little bit softer if we let them go just a little bit longer, but I think you're going to have the flavor profiles and they're going to be very hot.
Peanut. You added the cashews yet?
I have not added the cashews yet.
Okay.
I actually could add those right now and then later on we can have those.
I love sound effects. Tell me how you're feeling.
I love this dish. This is something I already make.
Isn't that comforting?
You make that already, Sarah?
Yes, but I never put the farro into the dish. I always do like white rice or brown rice on the side and serve it more like a curry kind of dish.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Yeah, and then you keep it.
This was really good.
Very good. Okay, Ethan, coming in hot.
I can't hold on.
Isn't that good? Yes.
Okay, save your spoons.
Wow, the farro is really good in that.
Is it cooked all the way through already? It is. So you can see farro cooks pretty fast because that was like, not even 20 minutes.
No, not even.
So that's a nice thing. Like rice is 20 minutes or so.
And we're moving quick. We're gonna, interest of time, we're gonna head to this dessert too.
Yes.
Lick your spoons, everybody.